Swoosh! How fast that was. First half of 2024. It was so eventful where I gotta say I was a little overwhelmed. But hey, all that matters is surviving through that period of time. So here I am, squeezing every bit of effort out for mountain biking once again, for the fitness, for the soul, and for the life I live. But unlike any other vids that I've made, this one's a little different. So let's have a little chat while I play some of my video highlights. So to provide full disclosure, I had this bike, the Polygon Siskiyou D7, for nearly 2 years. I bought it in August 2022 and had been enjoying every moment of it since. I brought it to the local trails and bike parks, had multiple fails and crashes with it. The proudest of all, I attended and accomplished my first ever mountain bike race and had a decent result, where I also get a short coaching session by a few renowned coaches in the Malaysian mountain bike community and acquired advanced jumping skills. However, with more speed and jumps comes greater risk. I do have several more severe crashes ever since, though it's still a far cry compared to many bikers out there who suffered from broken ribs and fractured bones. Thank goodness the trail gods and the Almighty are there to bless me. So I quickly realized that I need more protection and proper gears to keep me moving forward. That's where my goggles came in as my first optional protection gear after having debris flying into my eye just before I committed jump months ago. So I've been holding on ever since with the gears that I had for a really long time, till recently the floodgates had finally opened. So I've been wanting to own a full face helmet as it not only looks cool, but it also offers the best protection to the head, especially for more aggressive riding. But when it comes to the sheer price of it, that's where the thought is still stuck as a dream. Until late last year, I browsed through Shopee and discovered some full face helmet that seems to be affordable yet legitimate at the same time. And after months of speculation and research, I finally gave in and purchased it. So here it is. In fact, I'll say it doesn't seem bad after all. It looks really similar to the Fox Pro frame that I dreamt of getting one. So on first impression, it's really well built, not gonna lie. So as you can see, thick padding, sturdy build, comfy fit, lightweight, and it's just a tad bit heavier than my open face helmet where you can barely even notice it. If I were to nitpick a little, I'll say it has a fixed visor. It has no BOA fit system like the open face helmet. It has no mixed protection system. It doesn't come with a box. So as expected, the handling of goods during the shipment kind of ruined the helmet when it doesn't come with the box. So, but thankfully it happens to be just some surface dents and scratches where it doesn't affect the structural integrity of it, at least for my case. So for that price, there's really nothing much to complain about. On the trails, it felt much better than expected too. The weight is barely noticeable in my head even on long climbs. Ventilation too is a shocking discovery as it doesn't feel much of a difference to the open face helmet. So it makes this a very active-friendly helmet in my opinion. On the contrary, my head wasn't able to fit tightly in it, albeit getting the appropriate size. There is still a little free play to the point where the helmet will tilt a little, and honestly, I'm not too sure if this is how a full face helmet should fit, but one thing for sure is that the BOA fit system will definitely solve the problem. This fixed visor also can be a little annoying because there's no way you can shove these goggles up top. So the only way you can have is to put it on all the time or to remove it from the helmet, say around your neck or in your back perhaps. So when it comes to descending, where all the fun begins, I'll say for the first time full face helmet owner, I definitely enjoy the added protection. which gave you a more confidence inspiring ride. So, and right from the get-go, I can tell that I'm pushing a little faster than I usually go and more daring to lean into the bike when it comes to corners. It felt unreal and it really put a smile on my face throughout the entire session.
Oh shit!
But as good as it sounds, there are also downsides of it too. If you are ever going to consider a full face helmet, hear me out. Do I miss an open face helmet? I'll say the unobstructed field of vision is definitely a thing that I miss. You'll notice a huge piece of block right in front of your chin, and it can take a little getting used to, and I reckon I will not feel comfortable having this blind spot on it. And putting on and off this helmet is also much more of a hassle now, as you can only slide in to your head to the top. So spectacle folks out there like me, you'll have a difficult time aligning your spectacles if you insist on having them with the helmet and goggles on. So with that said, I highly recommend putting on contact lenses if you have short-sightedness and so. And how can I miss out? So the viewers who have been paying attention to the vid should have noticed it by now that the camera seems to be having more degree of freedom. And yep, that's right, having this helmet allows me to have a different camera angle. I'm currently having it mounted on chin guard, so compared to the chin mount which I previously used, this one will swivel along with my head. So which is better, the chin mount or the chest mount? I would like to hear others' opinion. So to wrap things up, I'll say this is definitely a great buy in my opinion. Do I recommend it? I can't give you a direct answer for this, and I'll explain. If your question is to get a full face helmet, yes, I'll say without a doubt, the benefits far outweigh the shortcomings of it. Restricted field of view, I can get used to it. No BOA fit system, I'll say go for the latest offering in the market. They should have it already. But for the more inspiring ride and added protection, the choice of camera mounts you can have, and also the looks of it, I'll say it's definitely worth it. On the contrary, if you're asking if this particular model is recommended, I'll say get it on your own risk. I'm not too sure myself how far they've taken their product when it comes to testing it to meet the industry and safety standards, let alone that there are no appropriate box and packaging to the product itself. It only comes with bubble wrap and it can be susceptible to mishandling during shipping. So if potential buyers who are watching this video, I'll leave a link to the product below. But be advised, this might not have the same safety standards when it comes to comparing with the big brands out there, which can cost 4 times or more when it comes to the cost. So that's it. That's basically the review of the helmet that I got as one of my several gears that I bought recently. If you possess eyes sharp enough, you can probably spot that I got a pair of flat bottom shoes at a super cheap price and it served its purpose well. Under my sleeves, there are a set of knee and elbow guards from Rock Bros, which are super lightweight and comfortable too. But more on that on another video perhaps, because I just got it for one short ride after work and can't tell much about it. So stay tuned as I'll be having more contents coming out soon, bike and mountain bike related. So at last, I wish everyone well till we catch up again. Adios. Stop recording.